mukwanonumya. Pete ya rusini nayo kidole, nilikupenda my baby sorry. Utapata mwengine don't you worry. Watoto tumezaa tuna wote yale, tulipanga mimi na wewe milele. Lakini nini unanichanganya. Maisha wote wawili tulipanga, shida ni nyingi hatujakosana. Haingekuwa hivyo unapenda upendi, mpenzi tuachane na hivyo. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go. Sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go. Mukwano unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go. Sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go. Mukwano unaniumiza unayempenda sana popata alipo haitweza feli. Atakula za mtu anakula zake zipo. Nipe changu na mimi nikupe chako, kama unipendi hilo ni pako. We got a lot of issues to settle, pamoja twende mseto. Love me baby, I will love you back. Scratch my back, I will scratch your back. Not this way unapenda upendi. Unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go. Sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go. Mukwano unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go. Sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go. Mukwano nunya. Tuliamua tuwe together, mimi na wewe tuwe forever. Ni yetu, mimi na wewe na watoto wetu. Tupambane shida zote za nyumbani tusimalize now. Girl, every woman for a man. Love me, I love you, but I not what I want. Girl, it's another tune than me sing over a tune than this one, girl. Girl, never worry about it. Every time you come up, I'm gonna sweet it. This man, man, I'm music, I'm unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go. Sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go. Mukwano unaniumiza sana, ninateseka ndani moyoni mimi nauma. I got to go, kangende, I let you go. Sitaweza. Nimesubiria sana, utaki change na wana umeshindwa kubadilisha. I got to go, kangupowe, I let you go. Mukwano nunya. See me.
Welcome on the official news outlet of the Liberia Public Radio.com, LPR. Welcome on the official news outlet of the Liberia Public Radio.com, LPR. Welcome on the official news outlet of the Liberia Public Radio.com, LPR.
Come on.
video. Anane bay, duro da pe makuria, kwa ya seba. Onana ayama lokolo mane sikolo mwa ye poza ne kripu ya moreu. Lokolo tori e bolu suku. Suku ogere yo, omo ya lokolo kete swelo idoro.
Good evening, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio again. We're going to be rocking it all the way here this evening. We said thank you very much for joining us. It's going to be at 6 o'clock over there very shortly in 2 minutes. It's going to be 6 o'clock in the East Coast. My wife is over there in the Falcos, where she's over taking care of the law business. She's over there evangelizing and what have you to the church program in Falcos. And she'll be back tomorrow. The kids and we can't wait to have her back tomorrow. So I just thought I'd put that out there quickly. And in fact, I was able to watch their program. The program was very wonderful today from Falco. The church, I believe, is the River Life Church in Falcos. But I really appreciate her doing that for the family. Okay. Program. Thank you very much, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. We want to welcome all of you again and say thank you, folks. We're going to be having some wonderful programming again here tonight. It is a wonderful thing to do. A good Sunday afternoon to all of you. We say we'll continue to pray for one another. I'm sitting in tonight for Mr. Francis Yonso, who is away doing some serious journalistic investigation. Wow, I sound like Jefferson Kochi right now. Journalistic, Samson, come on, where you get that from? Also on a deep grind, I'm a pure investigating. Jesus Christ, I'm amazed myself. But anyway, well, folks, it's going to be a wonderful show here tonight. We thought that we'll come back up here because there are certain things that are happening from back home, and we want to make our voice also known to the people of Liberia. We can't just sit here having this beautiful platform like this and be quiet and let people, those who we do not agree with their view, continue to espouse the kind of view that we do not agree with, whereby we have a platform here as well. We can come out here, whatever, we have one person watching or even nobody watching, we want to express that. So at least we're all going to be on record. This is Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio, sitting in tonight for Mr. Francis Yonso on Freedom Watch, but this is a conversation with Samson To. Live from Sacramento, folks. I want to again thank all of you again for joining us this evening. As usual, Conversation with Samson To comes on, then you have this. You can't get nothing else. You can't get these kinds of stuff. Conversation with Samson To, whenever it comes on, you're going to have Dr. Weir. If Dr. Weir picture is not there, then it's not Conversation with Samson To. I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying it as it is. Every time Conversation with Samson To comes on, Dr. Weir picture shows up. There's no question, no two-way street about it, and that's it. I'm not beating around the bush either. So, but it's going to be an interesting show here tonight, folks. I'm going to repeat my show, I believe it was on Friday. It's going to be a repeat of that, live repeat. Let's say, I don't know what are you going to call it, repeat or live repeat, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to repeat what I stated the last time, because after the show, I've been watching, we do this thing so we peruse the Facebook and trying to find out what is happening here. And there are a lot of voices that are not unifying. In my opinion, these voices are not unifying to the people of the Republic of Liberia. They're sticking the position, and I can't blame them either. That's who they are. That's the position they want to take. But I am going to come back on and I asked the station manager and the CEO today if he was not coming on for me to come on, because I want to continue the message of unifying our people, because this is the only way we can move up. And so I am challenging those who have the view contrary to that of mine, unifying the people. Which one do you want? You want us to be doing this thing as a unit, or you want to separate? You go your way, we go our way. This is not how. This is the Republic of Liberia. This is not CDC, Republic of CDC. I want to start that right away. Let me just get that out of the way, out of my system, so that at least when I'm ready, I can go on. However, why I truly believe this is the Republic of Liberia, not Republic of CDC. CDC-led government has an agenda It's a pro-poor agenda, and I believe in that agenda, so I'm going to promote that. I'm not promoting it to say this is a CDC, Republic of CDC agenda. No, this is Republic of Liberia, government led by CDC man. CDC head is the head of the Liberian government, and he has a pro-poor agenda, which benefiting for all of us. And it's my duty, if I have this opportunity, to promote that. I'm not going to discriminate against anybody, whether I'm a CDC or not. It doesn't matter. It's a good program. I'm going to promote it, but I'm not promoting it because it's a Republic of CDC. Let's get that straight. And I don't agree with those folks out there that continue to preach that there's no reason for the CDC-led government to talk to anybody. I think if you continue to talk like that, then you have no interest for the Republic of Liberia. Because Liberia and Liberians, you have to understand that we are not all one person. We're a diverse group, and we have diverse opinion. It is the job and the responsibility of the government of the Republic of Liberia, and specifically Dr. Weah, the father of the land. It's his job to unify us. So if there's any other member in our group that have a strong voice and want to voice themselves out, let Dr. Weah try to pay attention to that, not to cave in. That's not what we preach, but we want unity, and you cannot have unity without talking. So please spare me this idea. We can't take Dr. Weah shouldn't talk to anybody. That's not how this thing's supposed to work. Let's get that straight. You need to talk to people so that people will understand that you have something coming. I'm going way ahead of myself tonight. Folks, Samson told, I just thought that I'd knock that one quick out of there, because when I heard those statements coming out of some permanent podcast broadcasters, and I thought, and they have good fathering, and these people have good fathering. And some of them are very outright insulting to the other group, and some of them very dismissive of the other group. You cannot do that, and that's what I'm going to be speaking on here tonight. This is Samson Tola. This, folks, is Dr. Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. Duly elected. Duly elected. He didn't steal it. He was elected to do the people's work, and he will do the people's work. One of the confidence of doing the people work, one of the pillars of doing the people work is bringing people together so that they will understand what you're doing. And this is exactly, that's why we're going to be preaching. Those of you that are going to be on the other side preaching a lone wolf type deal. This is the CDC-led government. Is our time now. We'll do what it ain't happening. We will make the noise for you to understand that we have to work together. I will push the line of unity, whether people listen to me or not. I will push the line of unity because I believe strongly that's about the only way this country of ours, Republic of Liberia, not Republic of CDC, Republic of Liberia, will move forward. I will preach that on a very good Sunday afternoon as well. Samson told Liberian Public Radio. Let me go on my usual video. Here we have Dr. Weah during the campaign. He was in campaigning this video that I'm going to be showing you now. It was in CDC county number 1 or CDC county number 2. This particular video was all over Liberia. It was not all over CDC. Dr. Weah was seeking votes from citizens of Liberia. He was not seeking vote for CDC. So let's get that straight, please. So let me go ahead and play this here. Samson told LeBron, share this video on a Sunday afternoon. We'll be very careful here to what comes out of our mouth, that we don't become so violent and speaking words that perhaps doesn't suit our platform and what have you. We will be very careful. It doesn't matter how much emotion that is involved. We will choose our words correctly and selectively that will be able to convey our message, peaceful message, that is. So I'll be very careful here this evening. Samson told LeBron, let me play this video and then I'll come back to my main topic here tonight. I've talked about it on Friday, but I'll do it again tonight. Samson told LeBron Public Radio.
Let's make sure you do that same thing for you can hold. That will hold the stage. No, I don't need show the road. You must stay. What kind of junior not there before? No, I beg you. Let's make sure you do that same thing for you can hold. That will hold the stage.
There you have it, folks. Samson told LIBERIA Pub Radio. I want to thank all of you again for listening. To say thank you very much. We appreciate it. That is Dr. Weir. The peaceful message that I got for you here this evening, folks, on this Sunday afternoon. Like I stated, usually I don't come on Sunday. It's Mr. Soul. But tonight he asked to see if I can sit in for him because, like I said, he's on a cover investigating. And he will bring you some wonderful, wonderful news. Usually when he comes on, he comes along with his teams of reporters from Liberia all over the country. And I believe most likely that's what he's engaging in right now. But I was pretty much happy to come on tonight because, like I stated yesterday, it was Saturday, and as the division on those of us that are on Facebook have these podcasts and have these Facebook pages and go live and things like that. The division among people that I was watching yesterday was mind blowing. I mean, this is completely not to be. These are things that happen, and if you don't put yourself together, if you don't get hold of yourself, you will find a division taking root among us. As a result, we will not be able to understand, and we will not be able to work together as a group. I will throw this story again because this is my go back to story, lay back on story. Go to a story when I'm ready to tell you one of these stories that have to do with unity. Back those days, coming from Totown, I'm from Totown, Republic of Liberia, by the way. Totown got Republic of Liberia? Totown, Totown, Boston District, Grangida County, Republic of Liberia. That's the way you go, Sam. So you talk about Totown Republic. Don't do that Totown Republic of Liberia anymore. It's Totown, Boston District, Grangida County, Republic of Liberia. Other than that, don't call Totown me anymore. I'm sorry that I did that. Okay. But here's a serious problem here. One time I was coming from Totown, coming to Monrovia. I had my son with me, and we left Totown very late in the evening time, but I didn't want to sleep on the road. I can only sleep on the road if I'm lucky to get to Ganta, because in Ganta we have one of our own man, big brother, father figure for all of us. Mr. John Bear was stationed in Ganta as I believe he was a custom officer. So if you go to his house, you just like you're in Browntown house, no question asked. But I don't want to sleep between any. I just, not that I don't trust the people, I just don't want to. In fact, I have a bad memory. Growing up as a very young little kid, I was traveling to Monrovia with my mom one time, and we got stopped in Groy. in Nima County, and they put everyone down. Luckily for us, as we were leaving, because my dad was quite aware of situation in Groy, so he gave his house tax to my mom. So say, take this with you, because they will stop you. I friend my mom, hey, I don't need what I can't read it. What do it? My pa said, just take it. There will be somebody that will read it. So she took it. She put it, on her lapa stuff. How do women put money on the lapa and tie it? She put it there. So when we got to Groy, very little. But I remember that because it was at night. And these people made every one of us get there. At first, when they said, yeah, get there, I thought they were going to bring food for us. So I was happy to jump out of the car. To be honest with you, I was happy to jump out of the car because I thought food was coming or water was coming. Far from it. They took us into the little hot looking like from Groy, Nima County, that is. They took us in there and they made us sit on the floor. Asking question, where is your house tag? I'm thinking to myself, what house tag got to do with me? So my mom went and loosened her lapa and pulled it up, give it to the person. She can't read. So they said, oh, okay. All right, get on this side. They put my mom and myself on one side. The other Maningo folks that was coming from Ivory Coast that have no property in Liberia, they were put one side. In fact, we left them in Groy. I don't know what becomes of them. So I have bad memory when I'm traveling from Total, going to Monroe, going through Nima County from that particular one incident. So this time around, I was a little bit bigger than you ice block for how tax. I was behaving like I'm an LU student. Mind you now, I was in the 7th grade, but my behavior in Monroe was like I'm some sort of an LU senior student. I don't know nothing but the big mouth I have. So anyhow, we got there between Groy and Secretary somewhere in the middle, and this particular, even though I'm making some fun out of it here, but it's a very serious business, because if you know, you have, every one of us have skin in today, something here that we have to pay attention to it. There are Liberians that live here in the United States, working not only in the United States, let's just say Liberian diaspora, working day in, day out, building houses back home. And you're telling me we don't want to cooperate with people? So if anything, these people property start damaging, you got money to pay these people money to pay their property because you have a podcast on Facebook that gives you a voice to divide us? Are you serious? But anyway. So right there in there, we claimed a little here, boom, flat tire. Okay? The guy told us, we have a choice. I think I told you guys this story before. We have a choice. We can stay here, wait the car come from Secretary, go into Tapeta, and we'll put somebody on it, go to Tapeta, get the jack, because he has a spare tire, but there was no jack. Get the jack. Hopefully he will be able to get another car coming to Ganta or Secretary, come on that, and we change the tires. Knowing fully well that car, when we were even driving, we didn't see car going on the opposite end at all for almost 2 hours or so. So I thought to myself, if we sit here, there's no car coming right now. So we're going to, most likely my son and I are going to be sleeping here. And then the memory of Groy came back to me. I didn't like that memory at all. So I figured within myself as well, this is what the fact that I pretended to be somebody LU student thinking said they're smart. That's what it does. You think smart, you act smart sometimes, but don't fool yourself because you're not LU student, you know nothing. So anyhow, I told the group, the men among us, I said, look guys, we all have to leave. There's no car coming right now. Let us put ourselves together, 15, 16 of us, whatever numbers. Let's lift this car up. This guy already turned the knob, everything out. Take the flat tire up, put the spare on there, and we'll be out of here. At first, there was a little resistance, let's wait for the team. Well, I'm coming to come break my bike, yo. But when they realized that the sun was going down fast, they all agreed. We got on it, one side, every one of us on one side. We lifted the car up. The guy came, because he had already loosened all the nut ratchets and things like that. The guy came, took the flat tire off, put a new one on there, tightened it, and we're out of there. Why am I bringing this story up again? Because there were people that live in Ganta, most likely want to be in Ganta that night. There was those that were going to Monrovia, most likely want to be in Monrovia that night. I want to be in Monrovia that night. So the interest that we all have as a group was the interest to get out of that position, the position we were in. And so the only way that we could do that at that particular moment, without waiting for a car going up and down, hoping that car will go to Tapata, get something and come back right away, without even speculating how long, what have you, we were able to put our interest as a group into focus. And we acted on that particular interest, and the interest was, we're going to get out of here. And once every one of us realized that it was in our interest to lift this car to get out, no hesitation, we did it, and we were out of there. Seeing similar situations here in Liberia, as far as I'm concerned. You have the CDC-led government is in power. There's no question asked. These people were elected. Election matter. Those of you that consider yourself never where you're wasting your time, wait for 6 years. Don't matter what. Even 12 years, if you don't careful. If you fool around, 12 years. Okay? So you can't take Dr. Weir out illegally. Nobody will accept it. Liberia, even a baby that ain't even born yet will not accept it. So don't fool yourself. You're going to have to wait your turn. And the election will allow you to carry out that particular activities. That's point set. However, the fact that Dr. Weir and his people are in power does not mean that nobody should say anything. Everybody should be singing the praises of Dr. Weir. Far from it. If we do that, if any of us among us, if all of us continue to sing the praises, then we're not serious. We're going nowhere. We must have people that will hold Dr. Weir and his government feet to the fire. All some of us are saying, do it with respect. Because Dr. Weir is a man. He's not a boy. He's a man. A grown man who has the ability to lead. So if you don't think he cannot lead, criticize him. But do it with respect and with responsibilities. You cannot make up stories. Because why? You're in opposition. Because sooner or later the story you're making up will blow up in your face and you no longer have credibilities. And this is why we will continue to preach the peace. So that when we engage in each other, we will have the trust that we're not coming to criticize based on jealousy. Because once that is detected by the other group, every other conversation that is happening will not sit well with no one. And then we're going nowhere. So for us to sit here and say, well, CDC have won the election, therefore CDC, like Jefferson Kochi was going around today, making those kinds of ridiculous statements. Ridiculous statement. I was going to play that video, but I don't want to give him any credit. Let him sit down there. He might not go to school. He might not go back to school. Let him sit down there, because the only reason, this is side-by, folks. That's not my main topic, but I'm going on that as well. The only reason why Jefferson Kochi continued to remain mayor and not pushing himself to go steady and be ready for tomorrow, because Jefferson Kochi, he's one of those who do not want to look at CDC as an institution. He wants to look at CDC as an individual, building individual. Because if he's building institution, he's going to have people to challenge his position. And if he's not educated, if he's not able to carry out properly, carry out certain function, then people are going to challenge him. That's what institution will do for you. But building up individual then becomes the hierarchy. They make the decision. They decide. And you have nothing. And I believe Jefferson Kochi, the reason why he's not going to improve himself, continue to educate himself, going as young as he is, When you want Morea City to be mayor of Morea City, when it rains, people not going anywhere, you able to fix it? Why is he not being smart enough to say, you know what, get a mayorship to somebody else? Let me go to school. In 3-4 years, I will come back with degree. In as much popular as he is, if he comes back with a degree, solid degree, in an area that he will be able to perform, what makes you think that he's not going to be able to solve a lot of issues? And one of the reasons why I refused to play this video, I was going to play, but maybe one of these days I will play. It was so bad, so ridiculous. I felt bad for them. All of the people in the room around Jefferson Kochi, I didn't see anybody that was more than 50 or more than 45. But look at the gathering. Look in the room itself. It's filthy. Look at the table in front of Jefferson Kochi. For goodness sake, you mean you can't even put a plastic tap over the table? Table looks stain everywhere, they fly all over the place. And you call yourself a leader, progressive leader? But anyway, that's one point for Jefferson Kochi. I'll deal with him later. I will deal with him later. Let him just stay there. Let him continue to fool himself, not go on as popular as he is, as smart as he is. If he were to double his efforts, go back to school, Jefferson Kochi come back to Monrovia, he will be the head of CDC. There is no question asked. Because, Doctor, we are not going to be the head of CDC forever. But a CDC cannot learn the mistake of past government, of past party activities, and want to make CDC an individual party. Dr. Weir, once he leaves office, he's not going to be able to maintain the momentum of CDC. It will be on people like Jefferson Kochi to put the CDC together. And if he's standing good, CDC will remain as an institution. And the only way is people like Jefferson Kochi, the other young people, continue to educate themselves. Don't rush for money. Don't rush for money. Money time can pass. I'll take it back. Money time can pass. But no, seriously, money time can. You sacrifice, you will enjoy later. There's no, God can't miss that one. You sacrifice yourself and put something together for yourself. You will enjoy later. Yes, Samson told. I'm not enjoying right now because I'm making money. I'm still, no, don't do that to God. God has blessed me. God has blessed me. Right? Let me just tell you this. I was working in a factory in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, in a rubber factory. And at night, to do the rubber producing tires. By the time I get out of work, I'm so tired. I can't even move, let alone go to school. I decided, you know what? Because I knew very well within myself. I'm young at that time. My body can take the abuse. Whatever comes to me physically, I can take it. I come from the place instead of fine, I can still play football. Although I'm tired, but I can still play football. On the weekend, I'm all over playing football. I realized that after a certain age, that kind of ability will not be able to, this body cannot take that. Right now, I'm still working. I can work until God calls me is what I want to do. And I'll still be making the same money I'm making. Nothing going to reduce. The only thing money going to go up. Because I have put myself in a position, and I'm not bluffing. Please don't take it as such. I have put myself in a position so that from now on until God calls me, I will be in a position to do whatever that I want to do. There are certain things that happen to me sometimes. There's certain thing that happen to me that I do for family members, and I don't even regret that. The only thing I say to God, thank you, Jesus, for putting me in a position to do what I'm doing. It's the same thing here. Jefferson Kochi, let me go back to him, and I'll come back to my main topic here. Jefferson Kochi, how old is he? Maybe what, 32, 33, if any? If you don't go and pile on masters and masters and masters, and then you come back to Monrovia that is already in your hand, you come back with those degrees. Because the degree is not just a degree alone. You're going to, in the process, if you genuinely go to school, not the fly-by-night degree, I'm not talking about that one. I mean something you genuinely go to school and study, put things together, how to solve problems, all those kinds of stuff. And you come back to Monrovia. By that time, CDC, Dr. Weah will almost be ready. You know what? I tire my people. Yeah, somebody take it. Who they will call? Who they will call? You think they will call Eugene Nambe? Or you think they will call Eugene Facon? Who among CDC you think if Dr. Weah was to retire in 6, 7, 10, 12 years, who they will call? Jefferson Kochi. But Jefferson Kochi, if he remains the way he is, he will have a serious challenge. Like you said on there, they got some sedition, young people just like he here in America, educating themselves, improving themselves daily. And like you said on there, I pray to God I will be alive, and I will tell you, I told you also. And he said on there, with propagandistic, all kind of nistic and nisty, all kind of thing. Adjective, throw it together and take the noun, adjective on it. I said, sit down, begin. We're here. Let me go back to my story. For Samson told I'm rocking it tonight. I'm hoping to be able to get this point across. So there are those, going back to my story, all of us as Liberians must be able to understand that CDC government, they can't do the thing all by themselves. Dr. Weah must open up. What? Look, yeah, begin. You're killing me, oh. You go and get Liberty Party member. You bring him on board, minister. You think if that Liberty Party member producing, Liberty Party going to claim credit? I doubt it. It is only your government. If you bring people, smart people to work with you, whether from Liberty Party, CDC, the credit is going to you. Nobody else can take that credit because you have already sacrificed by walking in the mud a year or so ago, campaigning. At least 2 years ago, campaigning. And Liberian people elected, and they accepted you as our leader. You finish paying your due, oh man. Anybody that come and work for you right now and make Liberia to be billionaire, the credit is you. But if you continue to get these people friendship, the credit is also you, but it's going negative. Negative credit will come to you. And that's why when you watch, those of us that are doing these podcasts and things that are on Facebook, we stay on Facebook most of the times. I was watching another young man yesterday, almost 8 years, screaming. And then I thought to myself, I got a video, but I'm not going to play it now either. I thought to myself, why this man? Then I started listening to him. I said, okay, the best thing is go to his Facebook page. And I went to his page. The guy put us, if that house that I saw belonged to him, he has spent a lot of money in our country. The house is like a mansion. And for him, the way he was saying, it seemed to me that after spending all that money to improve situation in Liberia, and you expect him to come and live in Liberia, will not be able to utilize some of the services. There's nothing for him. So I'm sure when he realized I'm spending all the money but nothing good coming, he has the right to do that. There are those among us that are saying no one has the right to criticize. And I say you're wrong. You're wrong. It is the criticism that will allow this government or move this government from one point to another. If they listen with eager ears, open your mind. Don't just always call them enemies. Those that perhaps will come with jealousy, they will show themselves. It will not last. I keep telling you guys this. Those that do not have a genuine mind in helping Liberia, except they're doing it to bring Dr. Weah down, it's just a matter of time. It will show up. But if you don't allow yourself to have a positive engagement, you will not find these people. You will always blend them in. The good one and the bad one, you put all of them in the bathtub and throw the water out. And you're getting nothing. Yes, the man who brought us $25 million map out, no good, nothing has come out of it. The rate of the exchange rate is continuing to skyrocket. It's going up every day. He's still minister. And the international community will not even say we don't want to deal. That's not their problem. Whoever the government of the Republic of Liberia put in front to work with them, they will work with them. Samuel 12, Honorable 12, asked him over and over to do us a favor and resign. He has not done that either. That's okay. Because if he continues to be this negative, the negative aspect of your government is going to be on you. It's not going to be positive. So let me go on, folks. The point that I'm making here this evening again. How many people? How many people have you sent? Okay, sit down there. I got 1, 2, 3 of my boys. They all have college degree, my son. And the other one, my cousin's son. He's now getting ready to get his degree from a university here in California. So you're asking a question, you're fooling yourself. You sit down there. How many people are in school? Sit down there, begin. You will see what I'm talking about. You will know. But anyway, let me go back to the subject matter. So the point here again tonight is that Dr. Weir should open up and have a dialogue with these people. Why am I bringing this thing all over again? The embassy of America wrote the last time the COP wanted to have a demonstration, and the embassy told the COP that your plan is out of place because this is the time that Liberians need to exercise their right to be happy just for one day. The COP are saying yes, but look at the situation we have. Look at the economic situation in this country. And the American embassy, they're not strangers. They can see. They're human beings like any other person. They can see the traffic gridlock in the city of Monrovia. Sometimes they go to the only way they go to Rawafi to get something. Sometimes it takes them hours to get back home. They know. They know. If it's raining, people houses. I got another video. People houses all on the water. They know. They know. So they're not stupid. So the COP said, okay, thank you for your concern. And since you guys been the people that we all looked up to, opposition, whatever, we all look up to you because America has always been there for us. When we start our foolishness here, you take all our brothers and sisters there and take them to America. We appreciate that. And then in return, they over there in America helping us here back home. So we'll say fine. The point now is, having had that information, some members of CDC decided to use this opportunity to degrade the COP and those who are representing the COP. Insult. And raining insult on them, and you think you're in a clear? Far from it. You're wrong. You're wrong. If Dr. Weir if he can't come out to utilize the opportunity that the embassy have provided, and listen to people like you, who say there's no reason for Dr. Weir to listen to anybody, they're not demanding. What they're saying are facts. Is the exchange rate not high? Oh, you're gonna say, well, that thing started before Dr. Weir. Okay. So but he's president. Who's responsible to fix it? Okay. Look at price of food and things in Monrovia. Is it not high? Oh, you say, but those things started before that. Okay. But who's supposed to fix it now? Samson Toe? And when we're talking, you come over here and run your mouth because you're sitting behind computer, you know how to write. You come out here instead of you to listen. You come and blah, 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 blah. Well, the thing I'm saying about Jefferson Coachy going back to school, you're asking me how many people are not put to school. You think my children running around in America for nothing? Go look them up. Look for Samson C. Toe. Go look it up. Look for Blee Toe. Go look it up. I just brought my son here last week. That's a degree. Already done with that. He building bodybuilder. He has a shoe line. You think you want to go back to Town? Where you going for? Who over there in Town can afford his shoes? When we're talking, you think we're talking it for ourselves? We're talking it for the unfortunate brothers and sisters back home. I'm okay. All my brother kids are here. All my sisters and brothers from one man, one part, from part, they're all here. None of them going back to Town to go live. So what am I talking about? If I know that for a fact that they're not going to go back to Town to go live, what am I doing this? It's because of other brothers and sisters that are not fortunate enough to be here and be able to help. So if we come out here, try to bring these things for us to have a united front, to engage each other, thereby able to approach the situation that is happening in Liberia. I'll give you an example. Let me use myself again. And I know you're going to open your mouth here and say what and say something else. And then I'll just pull a computer one side and teach you a little bit again like I did to the other guy the last time. And he ran out of here. The traffic situation in Monrovia. Rain, shine. Those things can be resolved as a traffic engineer or as a civil engineer. The drainage situation in Monrovia. I alone can, I'm speaking like Donald Trump now, I alone can resolve that because it's nothing much. Look at downwater side. Why is it? Have you heard of New Orleans? Over there in Louisiana. New Orleans is below sea level. But look how many pumps they have all over the city to pump the water out. Downwater side, we don't even got one pump to pump the water back to Do River. And make downwater side dry for once. If it rains, downwater side, nothing going. Everybody walking chwang, chwang, chwang. And then when I'm talking, you hear run your mouth. So those are the kinds of stuff that I'm talking about. If Jefferson Coachy, as smart as he is, if he allowed himself to go back to school, these are kinds of things he will want to train himself on. Because Jefferson Coachy genuinely want to help Liberians. There's no question asked. But how are you going to help anybody when you can't even help yourself? Samson told LeBron Public, folks. Let's go back. So now the point here is this. So these people wrote this paper to the COP, and here's the thing: most seditionists refuse to accept. Because I said most, I don't say all, because those that continue to make reference to this paper here and they continue to misread this paper like nothing else. The people say. Let me read it in my own waterside English. The U.S. Embassy read. I will speak the bad English now. The U.S. Embassy read with interest the statement of the Council of Petrie COP issue July 12, announcing to the whole world that they want to have a demonstration. Then the U.S. Embassy said, no, my people, why we want you to have the right as citizens of Liberia to protest whenever you want, but this is not the time, oh. This is not the time to have that kind of protest, oh. Because, just one minute, I'm getting there. You people saying things, you're here running mouth, insulting and things like that. You ain't got nothing to offer. Okay? We commend the peaceful, the United States Embassy talking about my people. They say, we commend the peaceful conduct of the thousand, plenty of people the last time you come here, your protest, by your action of June 7, tell us that you're serious about progress in Liberia, that you're serious to talk to one another. You don't want no more war. This is what the United. I'm reading it. Go and read it. What I'm saying, if it's different, I might be speaking the waterside English, but go and read it. As the COP press release specifically, I'm speaking in okay. Call on the international community to join their long march. The U.S. embassy respond by sharing its view. They say this is what we have in our mind. Oh, we say you might not do it, but this is what we think. This is what we American embassy. This is what we think. Oh. So they say, okay, their view. Okay, for you to carry your call yourself patriot. Council of Patriots. That means you care for Liberia. But for people who calling themselves caring for Liberia, now you want to have, according to them, state to you for you to come here and say you want to have demonstration. In that time where Liberian people are going to be celebrating and having nice food, the people dressing my 20 say on you, and they all happy. Then you coming in the street to demonstrate. Then you call yourself patriot. How you can be patriot for Liberia? How you can be care for Liberian people? Then you say the Liberian people will not eat well, they will not dress well on the 26th. That was the question they were asking. Okay, but there are people, and I'm not going to go on reading all that. There are people among the sedition, because they will say I'm a member of CDC, that refuse to read this thing with understanding. And they're saying that the American embassy stopped these people. They didn't stop anything. These people could have gone and said, no, we'll continue with it. And there's nothing you can do, because that's their constitutional right. But as smart, and that's what I said, people like Jefferson Coaching need to go back to school, because he will. And I said, well, I don't say shall. I don't even say may. I say will. He will meet Henry Costa, because Henry Costa is in the political arena, and Jefferson Coaching definitely is in the political arena. They will meet. And if he's not prepared, Henry Costa is going to chew in your life. You can cost Henry Costa all you want. He's smart. He knows how to talk. The English language card and more like water. That you go stay in front of him. And yes, this is what I'm telling you guys. And you telling me how many people are not put to school. This is what you need to know. By the time Jefferson Coaching and Henry Costa ready to meet, by that time, people like you who telling me now I'm gonna send my, how many people are not sent? By that time, hopefully, you yourself will have been educated. And if you have the education that you're supposed to have, you think you will go to Liberia. And then the people say we want to debate. Then Jefferson Coaching said, I'm not debating nobody. And you, as a sedition, will sit there and allow that. By the time these two people are ready to meet, they're both in their 30s right now. I'm talking about maybe 45, 46 years old at that time. By that time, 10 years from now, who among you will not want to have these people to have a debate? And how are you going to debate somebody if you're not quite prepared? That's the point. So, but let me go back to this. So let me play now. And before I play this, I want to do something here quick. This is the video, and this video speaks to COP and the independent COP. Okay, because when the COP came about, there were a lot of people that was involved. And the rumor started flying that Henry Costa does not listen to nobody. He want to be a one-man person and what have you. That he like to impose his will on people. I want you to, even if you don't hear any sound, look at this. It's a very short clip. I like this clip. Henry Costa, before he opened his mouth to say something, he turned to Dallas Dillon and he asked Dallas Dillon, "Can I go on now?" And Dallas, yeah, go ahead. That's the form of respect. Henry Costa doesn't need Dallas Dillon approval. He's the chairman. Henry Costa, he has, when you open a podcast, Facebook podcast, he got 2,000 people following him. Just within 1 hour time. You think he needs somebody permission to speak as though he doesn't know how? But Henry Costa showing you again, those of you that continue to run your mouth, that he is very respectful. When it comes to a group setting, and I'm not making it up. Watch this video, folks. Samson told Liberian Public Radio. And tell me if Henry Costa is not the type of person, or he is the type of person you guys are going to continue to describe. Listen to this.
Wow. Yes. Okay. Wow. Yes. Okay.
You hear that? Listen again.
Yes. Okay.
Listen again.
Wow. Yes. Okay. Wow.
All right. Now you tell me if
Okay.
Henry Costa does not respect people. Okay? And that's my point. Now, the other point that I'm going to make now, I'm going to play this here. I want you to watch Henry Costa introducing the program, and then he will pass it on to Dallas Dillon, and they will tell you their reason of postponing this upcoming protest that they are planned. And if you don't listen, you will miss it, and then you will get on TV and start talking all kind of foolishness, cussing people, because you got nothing to offer. You got nothing to offer. You're a cuss. After Costa introduced the program, Dallas Dillon going to come and tell us why they agree with the American embassy to postpone that. You don't think by them making a statement, public statement, what have they done? My opinion, what they have done is turn it back to the American embassy and say, when we're ready, y'all say we must stop, but when we're ready, you know the people not doing good job in a place, but when we're ready, you might not say all the people they are troublemaker. You might not call us troublemaker. I'm just paraphrasing, but that's exactly what. Let's listen to Costa as he goes on to introduce his program. And I'm doing this so that the people, if you think Dr. Weah should not meet with these people, you're mistaking. You're mistaking. I'm going to continue to do this because I want Dr. Weah to meet with these people. Here's the other thing that most seditionists and those who continue to argue that Dr. Weah shouldn't meet. First thing is, by you not meeting with these people continue to make the noise they want to make. You might call it noise. What you consider noise, for them they call it advocacy. And you think it's noise. And they are drumming your progress. How many people that can tell you right now that Dr. Weah went to do market dedication the other day? Not many people. But if these people were all on board, not necessarily, they're not going to accept everything Dr. Weah is doing. But if you have people like Koluba, who is not claiming credit, by the way, and he has the right, he's a representative of the area where you put the market, and you're going to say, no, we put it there, but you ain't got nothing to do with it, you're fooling yourself. You know what Koluba going to tell you? You know what Yaka going to tell you? Because of my pressure on you, that's why you fixed that building in my district. You're going to say, no, that lie? You fixed the building, you put market in your district? You're going to show us how many places you have intended to put market. And so it happened to be the what's his name? Yaka Koluba district was one of those that was selected. And you expect Liberians to believe that. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Far from it. Yaka Koluba now going to say, you see, if I were not behind the people, they will not put the market down. And he's in his right. The place is being improved. His district is being improved. Despite the fact that he continued to, he's telling us, I'm holding this government feet to the fire, and they're going to improve situation in Liberia. What choice you have? And this is why I'm saying, if everyone was together, no, Jericho Koluba doesn't have to be a sedition, but if there was no whatever Liberia may call it, you're going to dedicate that place. Jericho Koluba is among you. You know who name going? Dr. Weah. Yeah, Yaka Koluba can take credit, but he will take credit to say, look what the government is doing for you. Who's ahead of the government? Dr. Weah. This is why I said talk to them. Samson told LeBron. But let's listen to Aaron Costa. If I'm not making sense, write it. Say so. Okay? Let's go ahead. And here's the same group right now. If I were to write something about this other guy who people accuse of stealing money, the man say, you know, money was in your account, your business account. I don't even want to touch that one. Let's listen to Aaron Costa as he tried to introduce the program. Samson to LeBron Pub Radio.
To this press conference of the Council of Patriots, and we're very glad to have you all here today. We have Honorable Yeke Koluba present, Honorable Darius Delon, Monserrato's next senator in a few days, present. We have Mrs. L. Louise Salif Gale present, a member of the COP. We have Reverend Saley, present. He is the chaplain of the COP. And I'm Henry Costa, your humble servant, the chairman of the COP. We've called this press conference today, and unusually we don't have a written statement. So whatever you recall, we hope you can transcribe. You can transcribe from it for your reports, those of you who write. And so we will speak extemporaneously. The COP has met and discussed. Yesterday we held a meeting, and we discussed the statement from the American ambassador, Her Excellency Ambassador Christine Elder, and we received the statement in good faith. We discussed it among ourselves, and we have decided to not only respond to it, but it informed a decision that we took. And so today we will make that decision known to you. And before I go any further, I will go to Honorable Darius Delon, who will communicate the decision we took yesterday, and then he will stop there, and then I will announce the date. And Honorable Yeke will speak with respect to the mobilization efforts for our next action, which will be announced right here. So I will now turn over to Honorable Darius Delon to this press conference of the Council of Patriots. And we're very...
There you have it. There you have it. I'm gonna go in section here. I'm gonna go to another video here quickly because I want us to move on to the next subject matter. Okay. Now, Dallas, they're not gonna tell us now what this is. And you tell me, if you listen to these people, you tell me that they are not putting this back on the American embassy, knowing fully what the American embassy is watching. Yes, the other thing that you need to understand, Henry Costa is a student here in the United States. He's studying. You think Henry Costa want to do anything that would jeopardize his coming back to the United States to finish his program? Far from it. So he has to show respect to those people. In return, they will also respect him. American, you're act like you don't even live here. You live in America. How many times you have respect somebody, a person don't respect you by? That's what it is. So let's listen to Darius Dillon, and I will go back into the other one. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Henry Costa is the chairman of the Council of Patriots, and I am an advisor. We have the chaplain, Reverend City, here. I don't need to run over the introduction again. He's already done so. Representative Yeke Koluba is here as an advisor of the Council of Patriots. I too I am. We have Mo Ali as the Secretary General. We have a structure, and we just wanted to make that clear. We met yesterday. We have met already yesterday in our regular meeting. The statement from the U.S. Embassy, signed by the ambassador, also enhanced our meeting, and they formed a cogent part of our discussion. We received the communication in good faith, and we talked to make some adjustments in the date for our protest, and in respect for our traditional partners. Whether we like it or not, America plays a huge role in the developmental agenda of Liberia, the growth of our people. And so when our partners express a concern of such nature, we thought to give it some consideration. We do so out of courtesy. We know that Liberia is a sovereign state. We also understand that we also depend on America for a lot of things. And so instead of July 24, commencing the date of protest, we will now do some adjustment, and the date of the protest will be announced by the chairman. But we just wanted to be clear that the protest is not cancelled, it's only shifted. We will protest. The statement from the U.S. Embassy is not discouraging protest. It's not frowning against protest. It's not saying we cannot protest. The statement from the U.S. government or the U.S. Embassy, it cannot run contrary to the constitutional rights that we have as contained in Article 17 of the Constitution of Liberia. The statement from the U.S. Embassy cannot run contrary to Article 1 of the Constitution of Liberia. The statement from the U.S. Embassy is saying we should be considerate of the timing of our protest. We had thought that the timing was right. We still think that the timing is right because you take advantage of serious national occasions to bring attention to the national issues. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Henry Costa is the chairman of the Council of Patriots.
There you have it. Okay, I know you guys are quite familiar with the whole thing. So I will now also tonight, one of the reasons that I thank Mr. Soul for giving me the opportunity. When I was here on Friday, I played music. One of them was Mighty Barrow. And few member of my friends who happen to be the no good team, i.e., they start complaining about whether you play IE, you play Barrow, well, you can play IE too. You know, like IE. I said, but if I play IE, my eyes will be hurting me because I'll be looking at yellow jersey. And they said, no, that's not right. So first thing first tonight, let me just go ahead and play IE own music. Samson, I'm looking at Ebro jersey right now. My eye on me. Anyway, let's listen in as IE play music, IE music here for us, and then we'll come back to Mighty Barrow, which is the best ever team in Liberia. Best ever. All right, let's listen. IE, folks.
Sunshine yellow boys, how we love you. Sunshine yellow boys, how we love you. Come and play me soccer. Show the world what's here to offer. Sunshine yellow boys, how we love you. Sunshine yellow boys, how we love you. Rain or shine, we go walk out. Just to see darling night. We can say kokwa. Abu wala wala je, Abu wala wala je, Abu wala wala je, Abu wala wala je, when they be Momoto say to brother Jackie be indebted to brother Santos send a brother straight to Kocha. Abu wala wala je, Abu wala wala je, Abu wala wala je, Abu wala wala je,
Oh, four retraps the ball, back pass to Rubber Man beats one, straight to VC10 moving, yeah.
Sunshine yellow boys, how we love you. Sunshine yellow boys, how we love you. Come and play me soccer.
All right, okay, folks. Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. IE, as you know, one of the best things in Liberia as well. They always have good players. There's no question I ask. But let me briefly talk about this. As you can see, the picture up there, the senatorial candidates up, and then the representative candidates are down. The representative candidate for CDC, I've not been, like I said, perusing the Facebook. I've not seen anything from him lately. Maybe it's a wounded candidate because of his thing with the corrupt issues that continue to dog him. I'm not too sure if he has had those issues resolved. But it seemed to me that Madam Ure is moving up, and she's campaigning. The senatorial position, I didn't see much coming out of CDC today, yesterday either. I saw a lot from Dallas Dillon, and some of the questions that he continued to ask. I think these are questions that will continue to haunt the CDC. Because he keep asking. I know your if you're a CDC man, but tell me, what is the rate when CDC came to power? What is the rate now? What is the cup of rice? And those are all things that Liberians, especially folks that are living in Monrovia, are all equals and know that these things are not going well with them. So they're quite on those things. And I think the opposition, the campaign style of the opposition was very interesting. I didn't see anything from CDC, so I can't make much comment on that. Maybe people say, but you're not looking. No, I look everywhere. In fact, that's how come I saw Jefferson Kochi video this morning, where he said if other people are not what words did he use? Not sincere, but well, something like to that effect, that they are not good citizens in a sense. I will look for that words and I'll say. But anyway, but Dallas Dillon, in fact, was able to be joined by Alexander Cummings. And when I looked at that, I thought to myself, wow, Alexander Cummings is already running campaign for the presidential election, because he was there sharing cards. He was there face bumping with people. I mean, and he seemed to be gathering sympathies from people that he's interacting with. And I thought that was very interesting. One other interesting thing that I thought I put out there is that Cummings at this time, this is the representative position. But for him to be in the rain, walking, this man, he got money. He doesn't even have to be in Liberia. Okay, things are hard over there. He doesn't need to be, but he's there day in, day out. You can't tell me when the election time comes that the man was not here. You can't tell me that, because he got video to show people insulting him. Okay, and all over. So these things, this man now laying out groundwork, and you're gonna tell me, as CDC and his people, you're gonna elect Abu, okay, the man who has a tainted record right now, according to the report that we've been reading, until those things can be resolved. And if you elect him, how you think the opposition, what kinds of campaign message that are gonna come out of that? Samson told LeBron Public, let me go ahead and give you one more music. I've done with I. Let's go to Barrow this time around and see Mighty Barrow, and then after that, I'm getting ready to close it up here anyway. It's a Sunday afternoon and getting ready for work anyhow. But let's see Mighty Barrow.
Barrow,
waka Solomon Sete Kinsito Like he said Afi Brown Coco Brown Turan champion Baje Baro Turan champion Oro Nuna champion Roddy Robert
Okay, folks, there you have it. There you have it. That's the music for Michael Barrow. You also heard music for IE this evening, and again we will continue to do those. Some of the kids that are sitting on this Michael Barrow thing, and some of them might play ball with. To be honest with you, but GW gets him ER, and even when I was at the high school. I play against some of these people. Of course, we get flock all the time, but I play against some of these folks here. Wilson High, to be specific. But anyway, that's besides the point. Folks. Samson told LeBron Public Radio, I just want to lay these things out here to see if anything, like I said, usually when I come out here, I don't expect you to accept what I'm saying. Far from it. I expect you to say, no, what you're saying, I don't agree with it. Because that's the only way we're going to have a but I want you to engage. I don't want you to be dismissive. Because if you do that, if you dismiss the other people and say they have conversation, there's no reason for us to have conversation, then you're missing the point. Because even though you could be right, but what makes you think that you don't have the ability to convince them to see your reasoning and the way you're reasoning? What are some of the things that make you think you're right? Explain to them. And maybe they'll come on board with you. That's what this whole thing is about. Because if you dismiss somebody and say whatever he's talking foolishness, then he's okay. I'll find means. And example of that, clear example of that is Kaluba. Yaka Kaluba, and he's very friendly with the media, to be honest with you. And the media love him. And whenever Yaka Kaluba stays somewhere, you see the amount of media practitioner, people all over him. Because he make fun with them. And here's the reason here. Yaka Kaluba, according to him, Yaka Kaluba has not been given the opportunity to express himself freely on the floor of the House of Representatives. And therefore he said, well, if the speaker will not allow me to talk as a representative, I will go outside. And so Yaka Kaluba come outside and talk. You think Yaka Kaluba will go on the floor of the House of Representatives and cuss? Yaka Kaluba has respect for that. He will not go on the House of Representatives and insult anybody. Yaka Kaluba, the tone of Yaka Kaluba has changed in the last day or so. He doesn't refer to Dr. Weah anymore. He will make reference to the government instead. So those that think Yaka Kaluba has the ability to change. But if you shut him down in one area, he's thinking, okay, you don't want me to say anything here, I'm going to say something. And the media don't mind having Yaka Kaluba make his statement, and they will respect it. And this is why I'm saying again, the opportunity must be utilized by Dr. Weah. No question asked. Go back to the American embassy. Immediately after, in fact, start laying out the groundwork now. So once you engage the American embassy, to say, you name the people you want to meet with. The COP, I want to meet with these people. But I want you to facilitate that process. And the American embassy wants to feel that you're genuine, Dr. Weah, that is. You're genuine. First thing, the most likely what they're going to do is through you, they will invite Yaka Kaluba, Dallas Dillon, and all of the COP to the celebration. Because they themselves will be there. So they will say, come, we'll invite you as guests of the United States embassy. You think they will say no? So they come over there and they listen to Dr. Weah giving out a beautiful speech about what are some of the things. This is to celebrate the July 26th celebration. What are some of the things he wants to do and what have you? They're not going to close their ears. You start the process. You also go, and when the American embassy initiate the process, you're gonna have to put your people together, start putting things, words, or what type of document you guys want to discuss, because you told us that you're open for dialogue, positive dialogue. Folks, Sunday afternoon. Oh, I'm almost time to get out of here, folks. Sunday afternoon, tomorrow work. Anyway, let me play one more music. This is the one is very dear to me. This is when I was San Jacinto. Now I'm still San Jacinto. Don't get me wrong, but when I was here and there, I can walk from Benson Street to Ken Johnson Road, get shower, get myself ready, dress up, perfume, everything, put my platform shoe, bare bottom pants, and polyester that is. And group EJ Raw. Who am I going to meet at EJ Raw, folks? Sam Jacinto. Listen to this band, and you will know. This band, I call them EJ Raw King. Listen to this.
Remember me, I'm the one who dry your weeping eyes. Remember me, I'm the same one who made you laugh when you wanted to cry. And I've been waiting, ooh yeah, girl, you promised to love me. Remember me, I'm the one who's begging for your love. Just a thought of you, ooh yeah, blow my mind. Remember me, girl, I'm willing to be your everything. It's now or never. Ooh yeah, let's get together and love each other.
Yes, my goodness, Sam Jacinto on the floor, EJ Raw, and these guys rocking it, Ironside rocking it with his bass guitar. Folks, you feel like you're somewhere else. Of course, you got a partner with you, but you feel like you're somewhere else. Oh my goodness, remember me. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Well, just that good times. We had good times. But what I was not in those days, I was not running around. I was one. That's it. No here and that not. But I had good time. We were just good together. That was it. Sam Jacinto. And another buddy of mine, he used to play, they call him James Carroll, the one you call Butterware. Well, used to do Sam Jacinto, like brother, I just love it. Let me play one more music, then I will get out of your face here this afternoon. Now this one here again has to do with me being in Town Town. This is not Maria Town. This is Town Town, and it's a wonderful music because whenever this music is playing, you know people are selling liquor, okay? Because the truck that has this music with a speaker on top of the hood itself, they'll come out and tell you what they have, and you can. I finna forget the logo of that truck. I finna forget it. It's been a long time. Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to this here. Let's see.
Yeah, Mama Musu, Kaime, Mama Hawa, Kaime, Mama Patu, Kaime, Mama Bino, Mama Musu Kila, Kaime Musu, Mama Hawa Kila, Kaime Hawa, Ime Bobby, Kaime Bobby, yeah, Mama Musu. Mi alla brunina la noche, mi nana cano. Samu samu kena wanga kena chuma ya noche. Mi amigo na guapia, wana no nina. Ye mi gono guapi, wana no kuwe kwae. Ye mama musu, kaime, 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 kaime. Ye mama musu. Yeah, Mama Pasu, yeah, Mama Benu, I benu de Kenya, the women I know, Mano, a cabin I'm not fire. Yeah, Mama Moo, Kaime, Kaime, Mama Hawa, Kaime, Kaime, Mama Benu, Kaime, Mama Musukila, Kaime Musu. Just a middle line. More you, more you, more you, more you. Not now. Come on, man, come with me. Say if I am king, that I am what they do. Then we go to my town. Then we go to my town. Then we go to my town. Yeah, Mama Moose, Kaime, 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 Mama Musukila, Kaime Musu, Mama Patukila, Kaime Patu, Kaime Bobby, Kaime Bobby.
Yes, that's the great Mars Dollar, giving us some wonderful music here tonight. I love these oldies because they bring a lot of memories. And sometimes you just, coming from taking shower, biking Town, that is. And those days, who cares for underclothes? You just put your man lapa around your neck and you're ready to run around the village. Sam said. And so, but to keep, here's the other thing here that people, these chalk they put on you. And when my mom was here in the United States, which is about some years ago, I asked her, why was I used to put that chalk on? And she explained to me, it keeps the mosquito away from you. I didn't know that. I thought it was just something to beautify my body, No. So when she finished giving you a shower and Tina, before you run to the gate to go listen to that music, they put a chalk on you, white chalk. And she said they did that to keep mosquito away from you, flies and mosquito away from you. But I didn't know that. As soon as they put it on me, I'm happy to run around outside. Sam Sinto. Folks, I'm enjoying myself, to be honest with you. But let me play you one other music here, and then I will call it quit for the evening. Of course, we'll be back here Monday. We're going to have some serious conversation here. Monday, we'll continue to preach the unity aspect of us as Liberians, to be able to talk and be able to understand each other. But let me play the other music. It's a very interesting one here as well. Sam Sinto, Liberian Pub Radio.
Yeah, gade malogali Kema mega yele Oh mame manaku Kema lega ayagore Ye jojo malogali Kema mega yele Oh kole magitaku Kema mega yele Ye fino mayuteku Kema lega ayagore Bilelelelele bilama Bilelelelele bilama yeah, to go my dog. Timba mega ayele. Oh, now I my love. Timba mega ayele. Yeah, for him my love. Timba mega ayele. Oh, God, my love. Yeah, you live away.
Again, for Samson to LeBron Puerto Rico, it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. We have a wonderful show here. I mean, there's no question asked. Everything that's been studied here tonight, folks, is not to degrade, but to be factual. And I don't expect you to agree with me. You can disagree with me. But to be honest with you, to be serious is on with you. I would really, really prefer for Jefferson Kochi to go back to school. It will be my song. I will be singing it. You can't tell me that a government that you have fought so hard for to come to power and they have succeeded, and you're going to sit there and now go to have as smart as you are, as young as you are, and now go on to school. You're going to sit there and then truly want to be a city mayor of Monrovia, city mayor, where you go and get a degree and come back. You'll be twice as mayor or anything you want to be. And if you don't take advantage of this, what if this thing leaves tomorrow? What do you do now? And if you look at Jefferson Kochi, he's a people person, one thing. And second, he's a very smart young man. But the most important thing is Jefferson Kochi have always wanted to be into politics. There's no question asked. But in order for you to engage yourself in these kinds of stuff, you have to be on top of your games. You can't be second to nothing. Go back to school. You come back, people will be climbing all over you to get whatever position you want in the government. You can even come back and be a minister. Okay? You know, but I'm going to continue to sing this song. Not that I hate him. I don't even know who he is. But I think he's a very young, energetic Liberian who deserve to, I mean, if we're going to have a leader like him, we have to have somebody who not just smart, but has the ability highly educated and ready to talk about economic issues and everything else. Jefferson Kochi need to do that because he like to talk for people. He like to help people. So you can't stay doing these things and not having a degree to back them up. That's my point. Anyway, let me get out of here tonight. I want to thank all of you again. Samson told LeBron it's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. We will say good night to all of you. Please tune in tomorrow evening when Samson told and conversation with Samson told come tonight. We're sitting in Freedom Watch with Mr. Soul, who is on a deep on a cover. Samson told LeBron Public Radio. Yes. This is the platform, the intellectual platform, Liberian Public Radio, where you can come and express yourself. We're not going to take phone tonight because we're running late here. So we will take phone. Come tomorrow. Samson to Liberian Public Radio.
Inana, but I'm working, Ganama, a Yajibo Basogo. Zakati, but I'm on your Basogo. Local Gay Basogo. Zakati, but I'm on your Basogo. Tumoana, but I'm Tumoa, or Beota Singo. Tumoana, but I'm working Tumoa, my Yabo. Onana ayama lokolo mwane sikulo mwa yepo zane kripu ya mreu lokolo toliye bolu suku oge